I am joined once again by trainer Tim Glyshaw, who has now another Breeders' Cup prospect in Bullards Alley. Tell me about his last start. He broke records, put up 114. That was a buyer's figure, and you said 120 equibase. So this is, he was on fire in that last start. So tell us a little bit about that last race.
Well, it was the Pattison Canadian International. It's a mile and a half up at Woodbine. The turf was very soft. He really excels on a soft turf, and sat very close to the pace, 3 or 4 lengths off the lead, and took the lead at the top of the stretch. And he won by 10 3/4, which is a new record for their stake. Some horses in the past that have won the stake that people would have heard of as Secretariat won that stake in 3.5 by 6.5 lengths once, and so it's a really cool accomplishment for him. Just very happy for him. We always thought that he could be this kind of horse, and we're going to take the step and go to the Breeders' Cup, even though we know that the footing there will be firm. But he's run some nice races also on the firm footing, so he deserves the opportunity after that big win. And so we'll have Buccero and Bullards Alley in the Breeders' Cup both on Saturday, November 4th.
And he's going to just run in the turf. Which race is he running in? Buccero's in the turf sprint.
Buccero's in the turf sprint, which is a $1 million race, 5 furlongs on the turf, and Bullards Alley will be in a $4 million mile and a half turf race.
All right, well, we're really excited. And he just got up to 840,000, I think, around there is what his lifetime earnings is, and that's surpassing Unreachable Star, who was one of my all-time favorite horses, by the way. Tell us what that means to you and what you're going to do with him in the future after this.
Well, it's pretty cool. He does replace Unreachable Star at the top of the most money any horse has made with us, but Unreachable Star will always be one of our favorites. He still is the Kentucky Derby Museum half the year, so we get to go see him whenever we want. But Bullard's a gelding, so there's no stud prospect career for him, and he's very sound. So he can run for 4 or 5 more years. He can run until he's 10 years old. My guess is, I have never talked to the owner about it, but when he isn't able to compete in stakes races anymore, he'll probably go home to the owner's, I would say, farm, but it's more of a house with a paddock to the side, and he can just be be a yard ornament for the rest of the time and get loved on. But really cool horse. He's come a long way. We started him his first start of his career for maiden 30, and he fractured his shin, needed time off for that, and it's probably a blessing in disguise. And it took us a while to figure out that he really excels in marathon distances, and so now we'll just shop him in races all over the country. And as I told my owner, when you have a horse like this and a nice horse like this that grade 1, grade 3, 2 wins now, you have to pay the money to ship them, and we'll be shipping them probably to Gulfstream for a couple races, probably to New York for a couple races last year, and I can promise you every long race on the turf stake at Woodbine, he'll be back there, because now he's won a grade 1 and he finished second by a neck in a grade 3 up there, so he obviously likes that turf course.
Well, good luck in the Breeders' Cup. We're really proud of you, Tim.
Thank you very much. I just hope they both go out there and have good showings, and we'll be proud of them. We're going out there with the intention to, with the idea that we're going to compete and win. But if the best they can do is 3rd or 5th, and they run as hard as they can, that's fine with us.
Well, good luck, and thanks for talking to us. Tim Glyshaw, 2 horses in the Breeders' Cup this year on Saturday, November 4th.